I have a nice core and glute series for you. We're using a ball as a prop and we'll be on the mat. And the ball goes behind the lower back to begin. Get yourselves situated. The ball really all the way down in the lower back so you can start to mobilize your lumbar spine into the ball. The arms forward, not too heavy to begin, so you get some time for your body to adjust. You want to slowly move into the spine, but also wake up the abs. Moving into a flexion, into a crunch, and drawing the abs in, engaging your pelvic floor. Closing the rib cage towards your midline, so you get your obliques into the game. And then just one more to stay down here. So you're in a nice crunch, active in the abs, and now we're gonna jump right into some brain work, which will add some leverage to the abs. So we're gonna go right arm up, right arm out, left arm up, and then we're gonna switch. And we'll meet in the front. And the other way around. Switch, and this is where you need a lot of ab control, and come back. And again, first side. We're going to switch, pulling the abs in and meet in the front. Other way. And switch and meet. And let's try this again. So we'll have some asymmetry here. We'll have some arm weight acting on the core. So you want to pull your abdominal wall all the way into your back, closing your rib cage, breathing through. The feet are heavy. Hip flexors as relaxed as possible. Try to direct all the activity down into the abs. And one more time. And last time, the other way around. And then take a moment to bring the soles of the feet together and just release all the way over your legs, opening the hips. And then come back. And we're going to get into a similar position, but this time the ball will be between the knees and the arms forward. And we're going to roll, same as before, into a halfway roll down, articulating the spine, pulling the abs in. So deep core work. Now give the ball a squeeze to engage your inner thighs. And you want the inner thighs to feed into your pelvic floor and feel that lift. And then hold it halfway down again. Right arm going out and coming back in. Left arm out, coming back in. Keeping your squeeze into the ball, drawing the abs in deep. You try to squeeze your spine between the abs and the back muscles. Sandwich the spine. We're not rotating at all, but we definitely have the asymmetry, so the obliques will kick in. You try to stay centered, pelvis stays centered, and the spine nicely flexed, but in the center. So no leaning, no rotation going on at all. Keep your breath going. And keep deepening. Every repetition is an opportunity to deepen further. Last time on the left. And then just take a little breather, leaning over your legs. Rest your forehead on the ball. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your neck. And then come back. Rolling halfway down again. Now interlace your fingers in front of the chest and go into a twist. Now the elbow is dipping down just a little and coming up. Dipping down a little, coming up. And you get into the obliques. You have a rotation this time. Pelvis stays in the center. Try to rotate above the belly button, squeezing the ball, pulling the elbows apart. So you have your fingers interlaced, but you want to kind of pull them apart. Keep the width across your chest. And we'll have two more here. And then we'll switch to the other side. Rotate to the left, left elbow down, and just little dips in that rotation. Keep squaring off the pelvis. Check in with your pelvic floor now. Pull it in and up. Try to release some of the tension in the hip flexors. Open your neck, your chest, your shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Now take the ball out and put it on top of the feet, soles of the feet together. Rest your forehead on the ball. Take a breath here and enjoy. Really opening the hips because the hip flexors will have worked a little bit extra. And just let them go now. Deep breath into the back of the rib cage. Just opening those ribs and then come back. And now the ball goes back behind the back, but a little further up, so you'll be in a mid-back position there. And the hands behind the head. And then you're going to go over the ball. So this is a mobilization of the thoracic spine, but going straight into a crunch. So this is when you want to slide down the ribs down towards your hips. Inhale. Try to keep your chin fairly close to your chest. So you're not going to stress the neck by hyperextending it. So if anything, the gaze wanders up to somewhere close to the ceiling, but I prefer to keep it on the wall or even actually towards your knees so you're close with your stomach where you want to end up with your gaze every time. So you want to look down to your navel and check if it really is pulling in, if it is connecting. And this is how you connect that whole interior chain. So neck flexors going all the way into the abs, connecting down to your pelvic floor. And then hold your crunch. Now inhale here, making sure you've got the width through your neck and shoulders, and then lift one foot and the other one, and try to keep your stability in the core. If this is too hard, you might want to just bring the arms forward to have a little less weight on the head. And every lift of a foot is a challenge to stabilize your pelvis, a challenge to pull the abdominal wall in tighter. And exhale. Making sure you're still in a flexion. So make sure you're not hyperextending your back all of a sudden because it gets too hard. So keep this fairly close here. Ribs closing into the navel. Navel, pubic bone close together. One more to each side or each foot. And then just roll the ball a little further up so you can really extend your thoracic spine and stretch with not too much hyperextension in the neck. So you still want to keep the hands behind the head. So this is a major stretch and mobilization, opening the pectoral muscles. However, try to keep your chin sort of close to the chest so you're not doing the hyperextension, but you want to let that mobility happen in the thoracic spine and not in the cervical spine. And then come back. Now just roll a little bit so the ball ends up a little lower bra line, and then walk the feet together and the knees together. So some challenge in terms of balance already here, so your stabilizers will be switched on. And from here, go into a corkscrew, twisting the knees to one side and the upper body to the other side, addressing the rotators, the deep core. Keep breathing through, keep checking in with all your little landmarks. So the cues will be the feet, the pelvic floor, transverse, ribs, pulling into the midline, shoulders, neck, and then starting over. This is the body scan that you want to keep doing all the way through your workouts. Whatever you do, you want to keep checking in. And then you might have your very individual cues, the little spots that need attention, where you tense up or where you have some pain or some limitations. And then release one more time over the ball. So adjust the ball maybe a little further up. This might be a bit individual, so you can get a decent stretch here. This should be very enjoyable. And then you can roll further and take the ball underneath your head and settle in on your back. Inhale here, so nice and comfortable for your head. Exhale, nice transition up into a tabletop, lifting the other leg without losing any stability. Heels together, flex feet, arms next to you, and then bring the knees slightly forward so you'll feel the abs working, stabilizing, and then do a butterfly here. And bring it back in, squeeze the knees. Keep squeezing the heels all the way through. And now try to articulate your hips in rotation, external and internal. And try to keep your head on that ball, nice and easy in the neck and the shoulders. Keep squeezing the heels, opening and closing, butterfly, and squeeze. And keep checking on that rib-hip connection, closing the ribs. They need reminders every now and again. And then hold the butterfly. Stay here and extend one leg out and then bring it back in. And other leg out and bring it back in to squeeze. Extend it out, easy shoulders, easy neck. Abs pulling in deep. Work with that asymmetry. The leg extending will add some extra work to the opposite side for you not to fall over, for you not to twist your pelvis. And keep checking on the abdominal wall for it not to bulge. It wants to be pulled in, it wants to be connected to the spine, connected to the back. One more to each side. And last one left. And then pull your knees in and take a break. So the hip flexors might have picked up some tension now. So you want to really loosen it up here. And then bring the feet down. Take the ball out, bring it between your knees, arms next to you. And then find that length all the way up to the suboccipital ridge. So really lengthen through your neck and open the shoulders. Before you go into a nice bridge, inhale, the feet are settled, the toes are wide, and then exhale, start to peel off from your tailbone, squeeze the ball, rolling all the way through. Inhale at the top, exhale, rolling back. And go again, all the way up on the exhale. And back down. This should feel pretty nice. So have the awareness in your body, be present. You want to work your glutes all the way up and then back down. And we'll take the ball out. We're just going to lift the pelvis and the ball goes underneath your sacrum. So from here, you want to not be overarched, so make sure the ball is underneath the sacrum and not the lower back. The feet are ready to push. The glutes are ready to push, and then you're just going to push off the ball down and up, and you want to pick up from the glutes and just work them together with the hamstrings, backside. Try to drop the ribs and divert the activity further down into your hips. You'll have some quads. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold it all the way up, lengthening your neck, and the arms are just going to go all the way up and down and all the way up and down and up and down, and then just one arm up, and we're going to switch and switch, and moving through space, keeping the stability in the feet, in the hips. The abs are active, the pelvic floor is active. Breathing through. One more time for each arm. And then just bring that left arm down. Take the ball out. Inhale. Exhale, roll down through your spine. And the arms out. The feet mat width apart. And you get to just drop the knees to one side. Drop them to the other side. Take a stretch and a rotation. Roll over your glutes to loosen them up. And one more time to each side. Enjoy this one. Good, and then come back. Now the ball goes between the knees, arms next to you. inhale here. Now for this transition, you really have to be ready in the core, because if you lift both feet at the same time, you need a major effort to not let your pelvis tilt forward. So be ready, and if in doubt, take them a little closer to come up and hold on with your hands. If you want to do it from here, prep nicely, and then go ahead and into your tabletop. Right hand goes behind your head, left arm slightly out to the side. Inhale, and on your exhale, you're going to reach that left hand out further, and you're going to go across. Inhale, come back. So slide the left hand out diagonally. And you want to feel into your obliques. You want to feel into the side. So you have that slight side bend on your left side, the one that you're going to. And then hold it out there. Now the right arm is going to slice down and go up. And it's going to slice down and up. Don't lose it here. This needs a lot of control. Slicing through the air and slice down. Inhale. And we'll have 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1 more. And take your head again. Both hands behind the head, and then hook your thumbs into the base of the skull and just pull out for some extra length here. And then hold on to the knees and rock side to side. Getting ready for the other side. Tabletopping, left hand behind your head, right arm out to the side. Inhale, and on your exhale, crunching twisted and also sliding that hand out to the side. Inhale, exhale, slide it out. And breathe through. You want to connect the ribs across, or the left side rib cage across to the right side pelvis. And still think of closing both sides of the rib cage. Still have that midline as your goal for each exhale. Four more. And then hold the last one. Hold it right here. And bring the left arm up. Slice down. And bring it up. And slice down. Deepening each exhale. You're still on your sacrum. The pelvis is in a neutral, so making sure you're not tucking under now. And we'll have 4 more. Slice down. 3, and 2, and 1. And take your head, hook your thumbs in again, and lengthen here, maybe even massaging a little bit at that base of the skull. And then pull your knees in, rock side to side. Just taking a moment to breathe, to relax your abs, let them just go soft for a moment. take the ball out, bring the feet down. I'm going to put the ball to the side for now, and you can roll over onto all fours. Take a cat and cow here, just to feel into your spine. And then one more for good measure. And now get onto your right elbow, the left hand will stay. Tuck the toes of the right foot under. Left leg goes out to the side, and so you're gonna be in a diagonal here. So you're gonna lift the right knee now, and you really want to pull from the abs. So don't just push from the foot and from the leg, but you want to pull from the abs, lift, and then lift the left leg. And alternate between the two, keeping your shoulders happy, working into your glutes. Abs and glutes, plus abs, lift and lift. Keep it very centered here. Ribs are pulled in. Shoulder blades apart. Keeping your neck long. Breathing through. And two more of those. One more. And now just get onto both hands and hover that right knee to do push-ups. 9 and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. And now go straight into flipping the right foot back and into a side situation here, and you can reach all the way over. And then just let the arm go back, just finding some stability on that right foot, and over, and over. Really reaching into that side. This should be a good one. And now reach the left leg a little further over until you can release the weight from the right hand. So you're in a diagonal here to go into a side bend. And side bend. Abs are pulled in, ribs are closed. If you want to stay nice and open in the elbows, pull your head back. And check with your hips now so you're not accumulating too much tension there. And check on the pelvic floor. It needs to support. And 4 more. 3. Go as far over as you can. 2. And 1. And then back with the hand. Take another stretch here. And then bring this hand down so the shoulders will end up square. Feel free to extend the bottom foot, the right foot. Now you're sort of twisted. Shoulders are square, but the hips are still open and facing the front. And from here now, you're trying to just lift and lower the left leg. Nice sit up in the shoulders. In the neck. Reach the left leg away. Stay stable on the right hip. 2 and 1, and then just flip everything over into a child pose, reaching the arms all the way forward, and then come forward and release into a cobra modified, and come back and go forward, releasing your hips, shoulders are pulled back. One more here. And come back. And then from here, pull the arms, the hands with, just adjusting my knees, with a flat back. So you want to lift from your head, from your chest, flat back, pull the hands across the mat until you're in a flat back where you barely have any weight on the hands anymore. And this is where you want to stabilize. So you have your abs nicely set up, you got your back muscles working, and then lift one arm and lift the other arm. Barely any weight on that remaining hand. Now check on your pelvic floor and the abs. So this is where you want to work your back extensors and some beautiful posture. So we're still thinking core all the way around. I'm always including back extensors. They need to have their workout, or else they're not able to support us through life. So when we're speaking core, we always need the back as well. Even though there's maybe not so many muscles that we care about in terms of what they look like. They're well hidden, but very important. And then we've got one more on the right and one more on the left. And then we're just gonna roll up into an upright, and this is where we get a nice back bend, the hands in our lower back. Opening the chest. Try to pull out of the back and then release it. And we're gonna start over on the other side. So left elbow, right hand. Toes of the left foot tucked under, right leg out. Getting ready to lift the left leg, left knee from your abs, and then right leg up and touching down. Peeling off the left knee, right leg. Work the abs, making sure you're not sitting too much in that left hip as you lift the right leg. Watch out for the shoulders to be in a good place. You want to push off, pull off the weight. Keep breathing and using the exhale to lift, to work for every effort. And two more of each. And then get onto the hands and ready to hover the left knee and then do push-ups. And if this is too hard, feel free to just drop the left knee down on the floor, on the mat, and do the push-ups there. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knee. And now flip it over. Get into the side bend position and just stretch here all the way. Reaching the right leg away. Arm circles back. Circle over. Now make sure you still have some connection between the ribs and the pelvis. So you don't want to just let the ribs stick out to the front. Also, the arm should be slightly in front of you. You don't want to get too far behind to then just open up the front of your torso, but you want to open up the back and the side. There's that extra one. And then let that right foot take over. Let it just lead the weight off the left hand, hands behind the head. And then go into your side bend, coming up. Inhale to go over. Exhale to bring it back. Inhale over. And we'll have 4 more. And 2. And 1. And then we'll just take that one stretch all the way over to enjoy. And then bring both hands down and sort out your shoulders in a square position, twisted in the hips, and then you're going to lift and lower. And feel the strength in the glutes, glutes of the moving leg, glutes of the standing stabilizing leg. And now check on your abs, check on the pelvic floor. Go for length through that right leg. Make it feel good out of the hip. And then we'll have 4 last ones. And then pull back into all 4s and a child pose. And reach forward. We're going through this modified cobra and child pose, back and forth. Last time here. And come back. And roll all the way up into seated. And then take your ball again and sit in a cross-legged, maybe even on a pillow, because you really want to be in a fully upright pelvis. So no compromises here. You don't want to sink back. You want to be on the sit bones. Sometimes it helps to even like pull your buttocks out of the way a little bit, and then have your hands right here in front of the chest, pressing into the ball. And we'll inhale and exhale, pull the abs in, and now go around your axis of the spine into a spine twist. Inhale back, exhale, twist. Very clean and basic, very deep. trying to grow through your spine. And try to release the hip flexors a little bit and take the strength out of the back extensors and the abs. Breathing out on the twist, breathing in, coming back. One more to the left, and then come back. Now keep the pressure on the ball. Increase it even. Settle your legs down, grow through your spine, and then lift the arms with that pressure. And back down. Shoulders are dropped, far away from your ears. Push the ball, press it together. You want to be very active in the arms and the shoulders, and grow through your whole back all the way up to your neck and to the top of the head. It gets intense on the arms, the shoulders. Keep the intensity in the abs too, don't let them go loose. And we'll have 3 more. Creating some heat in the shoulders too. And 2 more, pressing into the ball. And 1 more. And then release. And now take the soles of the feet together and bring that ball on top of the feet again. And the forehead resting in the ball, and you just want to relax over here. And then come back up. Put the ball to the side and have your hands behind you, the feet wide apart, and then just let the knees go side to side, just loosening up the hips for a bit. And then let them go to one side and release over. Stretch into the glutes here. And then come back and just casually over to the other side and releasing over here. Get into the glute stretch. Coming back up and rotating back. And then sit cross-legged or however you're comfortable. Close your eyes for just a deep inhale all the way into your body. And an exhale, feeling the whole body present. And then open your eyes, take the arms up, big circle. Bringing in all the good things. Palms together and down through your center line to finish off. And you're done. Thank you so much for joining.